if you were to give a piece of advice to Danny Hurley as the Huskies make their return into a different Big East than UConn was in before, what would your advice be to Coach Hurley about how to approach this league?
I would say he doesn't really need to change who he is as a coach and what he preaches and hangs his hat on. Lean on your defense. That's what I think of when I think of Dan Hurley's teams. When you look at his teams at Rhode Island, those teams were really disruptive in the half court, excellent blocking shots at the rim, really got after you on the perimeter, made every pass tough. And so to me, that's something that's portable league to league, game to game. You can pack that defense and you can bring it to the Big East. And so you look at the numbers, you look at Dan Hurley's teams, for the last 6 years, they've been a Ken Pom top 50 defense. I think you just have to lean hard into that. When you look at the rest of the conference, outside of Mike Anderson and the 40 minutes of just havoc that he can put on you, there aren't a ton of teams that pressure the ball the way Dan Hurley's teams can. So that's something that I think the rest of the Big East is going to have to get used to. But my advice to Coach Hurley would be just lean on where your bread's buttered, and that's the defensive end.
Yeah, I agree, Nick. I mean, Danny Hurley from a basketball family, his father, legendary coach at St. Anthony's High School. Bobby Hurley out west doing an outstanding job at Arizona State, and he did good work at Buffalo as well in terms of building that program. And Danny came from the Big East, playing for PJ Carlissimo at Seton Hall. He knows the old Big East, and he's been close enough, working at Wagner, Rhode Island, in the Northeast to follow what's happening in the Big East Conference in terms of the realignment and whatnot. So he's been recruiting against other Big East schools. He has a familiarity as a player. Now he's going to do it as a coach. And he's observed. He's smart. He's a student of the game. And so I think he trusts his instincts, and then you make adjustments as you go, which all great coaches do. They show some flexibility in their thinking. He's very bright, really one of the stars in the coaching business of his generation. And just the fact they're back in the league, I think it helps the Big East. It helps recruiting, create some marquee matchups for us in terms of our coverage. Following the Big East, and fans are going to enjoy it as well. And he's got that fiery personality as well, which I think is good. It's a good fit with this conference that has so many good coaches, top to bottom. And it's a real plus to have UConn and Danny Hurley in the league.